Hello everybody out there in YouTube land, Brother Allen Hensley. Coming to you from my apartment again. Different part of it because I'm making cigarettes. And, you know, I've been doing some thinking. And I've been doing some research. You know, my usual shit. If you're new to this channel, do me a favor. Do yourselves a favor if you want honest content that's never censored, never fucking edited, just raw, straight up made and uploaded. That's how it is, in your face. Raw, true, blue, patriotic American, calling out both sides for bullshit. Then hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell so that you're notified every time I make a video. And I'm going to try to figure this phone out and maybe go live sometime this week. That's my plan. Now, that being said, and that little bit of house cleaning done, if you want to get the fucking budget under control, and if you believe that the federal government's spending way fucking too much money, too much of your money, our money, because that's what it is, then I got a solution for you boys and girls out there, for you men and women of voting age. You write me in. That's BRADLEYHINGELEY for president. You write me in. Last time I ran for president, Scary County, I got 4,500, nationwide 450,000. I think we can do better this time. Hell, I think I can win it this time. My vice president will be Scott Holmes, another true blue outsider, a working man, not a fucking millionaire like Trump. Although I like Trump. He did a lot of good. He ran it like a company. That's what we needed. What we need is a common man to get in there. Someone who's had to balance his books, live on an extremely tight fucking budget. We need to get one of those in there, aka me, into the office so that we can crack down on this rampant spending by the federal government. Because the federal government spending the way they are, it's going to drive us all into bankruptcy real fucking quick. Do you realize right now in America, the reason that they give us social security numbers is because each number that a citizen is given when they're born is, in fact, already tied to $1 trillion debt. That's right, boys and girls. The second we're born and they hit us with that social security number, it is because they have taken out money on our name. Now, personally, I find that obscene. Criminal even. Because, well, that's identity theft. But the federal government doesn't. Nope. That's not identity theft. Bullshit. It's still identity theft. Because you're stealing my identity to get a loan from the country. I don't know. I don't know what the fucking terms of the loan are. I don't know what the APR is on that loan. All I know is if I become a sovereign citizen, I got this huge fucking loan I gotta pay back. I never see any of that money. So, if you want to stop that, and you want to get America back on the gold standard, and you want to get America back to once again being the leading manufacturer in this world, the leading in education, leading in jobs, leading in quality products, leading in education, leading in healthcare, leading in everything, then you need to elect me. Because I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. The way I talk now is the way I'll talk when I get into office. Now, I'm tatted up. You see my fucking tats. I got tats all over my fucking thing, but even on my fingers, but I can cover them up. But I fucking promise you, 3 things that I will do as president. 1, I will make sure that the corrupt politicians pay for their crimes and their families pay for their crimes. That means Biden's whole fucking crime family will be locked up. Pelosi, Clinton, all of them locked the fuck up. That's a promise. I don't go back on my word. I don't go back on a promise. I give you my word. As a man, as an American citizen, I will do everything in my fucking power to lock them up, including but not limited to signing executive orders to lock them up. The second thing I will do, I will get the budget balanced. We will trim all the fucking fat out of all the budgets. If that means laying people off and firing them, so fucking be it. Government's too damn big anyway. They're into the little man's fucking pocket too much as it is. The third thing I will do is I will sign executive orders, if need be, to lower the taxes on the poor and the working class. Why? Because under Biden, under Obama, under Bush, it was fucking raised to the point to where you can't make a dollar. You can't put anything aside for your child's education. Fuck that. Our children are our future. Plain and simple. The children are our future. Our time is now. Their time is in the future. Or to put it in another way, the way that it was said in the movie Goonies, their time up there is their time. Down here, it's our time. It's all over the moment we light up Troy's bucket. You see, what he was saying was this. That at that particular time, yeah, the parents had to do what they had to do for their kids, what they thought was right for their children and their families. But down there on that little adventure, the kids were able to make their decisions and do what was right for them and their families. You know, what they thought would be right for their families, which was to find One-Eyed Willie's treasure. I don't normally quote movies a lot, but damn it, Goonies is a good movie. And from a social economic perspective, well, it still has a lot of relevance to this day. You see, it's like this, alright? You want the government to do what's right, then you hire someone who's not an insider. You elect a little man, a guy that nobody knows of in the political realm. Me. You elect a little man, the guy who's had to budget his whole life, who grew up poor, the guy who's went to war, come home. You get that man in office. You get me in office. And I'll guarantee you that being a Christian won't be just something that people give lip service to. I'll bring back true freedom of religion for all religions. Even if I don't fucking agree with them, hey, you have the fucking ability to practice it. I will stand firm and make sure that all government employees stand firm on the Constitution. That means I don't give a fuck if it's a town, county, state, or federal cop. If they break the Constitution, well, that's tantamount to treason in my book. They step on the Bill of Rights, that's tantamount to treason. That means they will be fired and they will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Why? Because it's the right thing to do. The Constitution is the very fabric. It's the foundation for all laws. The Constitution is the law of this land. And if you don't like it, get the fuck out. It's that simple. No one fucking forces you to stay here. Get the fuck out if you don't love America. Another thing I will do, I will secure our border on the south. I will build a wall. I will not only build a wall, I'll build an electrified fence. I will look into hiring the best contractor to build it. And if I have my way, I'll build that motherfucker 400 feet deep into the earth and another 90 feet tall. So they can't tunnel under it and they can't climb over it. You want to come into our country? You're more than welcome. Do it the legal way. Come through a port of entry. File paperwork. If you're coming as an asylum seeker, come in the legal way. And I'll do everything I can to fucking help you. If you do it legal. If you do it illegal, well, here's what will happen under my administration. First off, you will be picked up. You will be sent to a detention facility. You will be background checked. And if anyone of your family members, even so much as a glancing acquaintance with a terrorist or a cartel organization, you will be sent to Gitmo, where you will become an unperson. Because under my administration, America, our border, our security, national security, will come first. I won't send billions of dollars and American soldiers and equipment overseas. No. If the war in Ukraine is still going and we got guys there, I'll pull them the fuck out. Tell them to come home. Bring our equipment home with you. Let fucking Zelensky and Putin handle that shit. That is not any of our business. We, as a nation, have enough issues in this fucking country alone that we need to address before we even try to address anything on the world stage. The people that are members of Antifa, I will declare Antifa a terrorist organization. They will go to jail for terrorism. They will not appreciate it. They will not have any bond. They will not have any bail. It will be, you are a member of Antifa. You have personally participated in terrorist activities. Therefore, you go away. You do not collect $200. You do not pass go. You go directly to fucking jail. Do I make myself clear? It'll be that fucking simple. Why? Because we don't need to cause cold and fucking do anything with these little bitches who have no love for the rule of law. The law is there for a reason. I am not a fan of law enforcement. However, I do respect and recognize that law enforcement has a difficult job to do. I will not make it more difficult by hamstringing them. I will not defund them. In fact, I'll probably get more fucking money. But I firmly believe that we need to take care of Americans first. We have Americans going hungry every fucking night along the Appalachian Trail. Alright? We have fucking miners that can't fucking feed their families. They don't know what they're going to do day to day, hour to hour, minute to minute. Well, you know what? Under my administration, coal mines will be opened back up. I will personally go and talk with the chiefs of the Lakota Sioux. Cut a deal with them, like Trump did, for the pipeline. I will personally see and guarantee that they are taken care of. And in fact, I will go around and talk with, I'll have one big powwow with all the chiefs of all the fucking Native American tribes. And we will help them out because, well, fuck. The state of these fucking reservations is a crying shame. It's worse than a third world country on some of our reservations, and they're American citizens. It shouldn't be that fucking way. So I'll put America first in everything. From our fucking economic standing in the world to our humanitarian efforts. Americans will be taken care of by Americans, for Americans, first. And if we have anything left over, then we will give. It is that simple. The United Nations, they have a couple of buildings in our country, don't they? Well, under my administration, if they want to keep having those offices there, they're going to pay us rent. And it's going to be a lot. And we're going to cut what we give to them, I'd say by at least 3/4. Because we're no longer going to pay for other countries to be able to sit back and fucking not pay anything or damn near nothing when they got the ability to pay the same as we do. I don't give a fuck how much they bitch about it. In fact, I'll go to the UN and tell them all to kiss my fucking ass and I'll bear it and share it for them. Yeah, I'm that asshole and I'm that petty. I believe in America first. The rest of the world can kiss my white ass until Americans are taken care of, fed, clothed, medically. So I'll bring us back to a time when Americans took care of Americans. And I'll make it a real fucking easy thing. You're caught fucking selling drugs, I don't give a fuck if you're white, black, or yellow with orange polka dot aliens. You get caught selling fucking coke, crank, meth, speed, fucking X, heroin, or any other hard drug. You will do time. And I mean tall time. Minimum 10 years. Right off the rip. And you'll do every minute of 10 years before parole. You see, crack, coke, that's been killing our nation for years, slowly. As far as an academia goes, well, simple. If you want to push communistic ideas, my advice to you, get the fuck out of my country and go to a commie country. Because if a college is pushing communistic ideas over capitalistic America First ideology, well, if the American taxpayer funds any of it, we won't anymore. I'll pull every fucking bit of funding. I don't give a fuck if you're Harvard or an HBCU, Phoenix, I don't care. Everest University, I don't care. You teach leftist ideology over American ideology, you will fucking not get a fucking penny of federal loans or federal funding. Same with the high schools. Same with the fucking elementary schools. Yeah, that might raise the taxes on the common man a little bit. But you know what? I think they'll understand that I'm doing it for the sake of our children and for the sake of our nation. Another thing I'll do is I will make it mandatory As soon as you turn 18, if you have the physical and mental ability to do it, I don't care if you're fat. I mean, yeah, as long as you don't have a heart issue, guess what? Everyone will do 2 years military service, mandatory minimum, 2 years. So that if we go to war, if a politician wants to vote for war, everyone will know what that means. They will know what it means to face death, to see their friends die, to possibly die themselves, to get injured. And as far as the VA goes, well, to quote another movie, in fact, to quote Mask with Jim Carrey, hold on to your lug nuts, it's time for an overhaul. I will appoint a special counsel and a special tax person, and they will go through the books. And anywhere where there's fat to be trimmed, streamlined, make it more efficient, make it more proficient and professional, they will do. And if anybody in the VA administration doesn't like that, well, there's the door. You see, the VA right now is insanely mismanaged. Whenever someone who needs a surgery has a 6-month minimum waiting period for a life-saving operation and they put their life on the line for our country, that's bullshit. When the person who put their life on the line cannot get the appropriate medical care that they need, that's bullshit. You see, that's just the way it is. Like me or not, I don't give a fuck. But if you want this country to be brought back to a time when it was great, I'm all for it. Hell, I'll do it. Trump had the slogan, "Make America Great Again." Yeah, it's a decent slogan. But I got one better for him that I'm fucking saying now. And this is the slogan to my fucking campaign. America first. Always. AFA. AFA. America first. Always. And if you want to be an asshole about it, petty like me, America first always, biatch. So he could go with AFAB. Alright. Now that being said, everyone's going to say, well, what about the corporations? What about the rich? Well, I happen to know a lot of rich people who pay a lot in taxes. However, I know others who use loopholes in the tax law to not pay a lot. The first thing I will fucking do is have people go through the tax law and close up a lot of those loopholes. That's right, close them right up. Now, that way, everybody pays taxes. Everybody pays taxes. Now, we do that, and we close up some of them loopholes. Well, let's say we close up 30%, let's say 50% of the loopholes, half of the loopholes. Well, that's an estimated probably somewhere in the neighborhood of $40-50 billion into our pocket, into America's pocket. Well, damn, that's a lot of money, ain't it? I'll set term limits and staff limits, meaning fucking congressmen can't have fucking 900 people on the staff or 200, 300 people on the staff, you know, and they can't have family on the staff. Gee, that cuts big time down on wastefulness. You see, I'll be all about cutting down on wastefulness, cutting down on spending, and streamlining our budget to get it into fucking where we can handle it. I'll make deals with our allies and the people that we owe money to. I'll make a deal with them where we will do X, Y, and Z, and so much of the fucking debt that we owe them will disappear. And if they're an ally of ours and they want to keep us as an ally, then it's going to cost them. China wants us to import shit and we're indebted to China? Nope. You want to import to us? Well, we don't fucking owe you a dime. That's the tariff right there. That's the fucking bottom line. We'll take a little bit off every fucking time. Basically, we'll spend down the fucking deficit. We'll get it with each country, and I'm pretty good at selling these ideas, so we'll get it with every country where, you know what? Every fucking time we export something to them or they import something to us, we shave off the fucking debt. We shave it off, shave it off, shave it off, shave it off. Every 6 months, I give you my personal guarantee to go on the television and tell you how the budget's doing. You won't have to hear it from a third party. You hear it directly from the horse's mouth every fucking 6 months. I'll sit in the Oval Office and let you know where it's at and show you the fucking paperwork. Because I believe in transparency. To an extent. There are things that the government needs to do that has to be secret so that we can keep America safe. But America will always come first. Americans will always be first on my to take care of list. And that is something I promise you. My name is Bradley Allen Hingley. I'm running for president, and I endorse this message.